And Smash, I don't know if you could start us off because I know you kind of broke the story. Tell us a little bit like what the situation is and who this guy is, and how it all kind of ties back to Kim Belair. But before you do, I just find it amazing. I said in my video that's going out tomorrow, I find it amazing that no matter where you look, no matter what you say, no matter who you talk to, there seems to be a tie back to Ubisoft. Throughout all this drama that's happening for the last 8 months or so in Gamergate 2, as we dig deep and we pull our pocket savvies out and we start doing schizo boards and looking around and noticing things, I can't help but constantly just run into Ubisoft, no matter which way I turn.
Yep.
You know?
That was the conclusion I came to when I was talking about this. It was like the whole, like we were talking about the pattern recognition, like here we go again. And wouldn't you know it, the culprit at the end of the day again goes back to Ubisoft. So it's curious.
It's pretty wild.
What's that?
I said it's pretty wild, but in any case, go ahead, go for it. So let us know, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, so somebody anonymously sent me. I get a lot of anonymous tips. Holy shit! I don't know why.
You have an email dedicated to that, right? Like info@smashjt, whatever.
Info@smashjt, which is completely backlogged. So I just kind of throw darts and try to keep up with everything.
Right.
There's a lot of shit to cover. That's why I was saying earlier. Alyssa keeps trying to like beg me to cover her on shit. I'm like, I don't need her. I have plenty of other stuff that I actually want to talk about. I don't know how else to tell her this.
All right. I just did my first Alyssa Mercante video today after like a couple of weeks.
What's it about?
Just her admission of being broke, and also Johnny Boy basically inviting her on to go on a stream and drink alcohol and apparently avoid bullshit, when I think it's ironic that your idea of trying to help somebody who's clearly mentally going through some shit is to invite them on your stream to get them drunk so that they can go after their stream, sit in bed drunk and thinking about how terrible their life is. Like, sure, yeah, okay, that's going to help them.
What could
going to help them, all right.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, that's definitely not a fucking nuclear bomb waiting to go off, but hey, that's okay. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all right. So somebody sent me this video in French, and they're like, "Hey, I think you should take a look at this, and I hope you cover it." And I get that a lot, but I'm like, okay, whatever. And I clicked on the video, and the guy starts talking a million miles an hour in French, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know what the hell this guy's even saying here. And I was going to click off of it, but I went back to the email, and they're like, you can use Google Translate, auto captions to English, and just see what he's saying. He's a former employee at Reflector, and he has a lot of thoughts on Kim Belair that I think you would be interested in. And I was like, okay, I'll hear this out. And I went to it and watched it the whole way through, 8 minutes long, 8 minutes and 2 seconds or so. And he basically breaks down his entire tenure at Reflector. He is a cybersecurity IT guy, and he was fired because this is his story. So again, believe it or not, what he says. I'm
going to bring his picture up so people have an understanding. I'll use your website finally as a reference. Go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I try.
If Phantom Pulse or That Park Place had an article up, you would have brought that up.
I would have 100%.
just to be that guy.
Anyway, go ahead.
So he also, just by the way, for everyone out there, he's going to be live streaming tonight with me, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 Eastern. So if you want
when my stream ends, basically. So just to help people understand the timing.
Yeah. So if you want more information on this, it's a fascinating story. So
can I ask a question really quick?
Yeah, how about it?
So I know this guy's like currently exposing Kim Belair and everything like that. And I understand. And he's French, so maybe that's the reason, right? Because French are fucking crazy. But why does he have an LGBTQ alien doll behind him? And then not only that, why, like, what is with this fucking background love is love shit? It's just a little sussy-wussy, you know what I'm saying?
It is. I can't speak to that. See, this is why I would love you to join us, because I feel like you could ask these questions to him and not give a fuck.
No, I don't want to derail this trip. I would absolutely just like, hey, dude, what's up with the fucking gay alien, bro? Come on, let's, like, let's.
I'm getting you're sending a lot of mixed messages here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're exposing Kid Belair, but what's with the gay alien?
But you're not. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, he was IT there, cybersecurity, and his job was to monitor the network, make sure that people were working and doing the job, and
Right.
not accessing material they shouldn't, and most importantly, not downloading like prawn and shit like that.
Yep.
And and in his video in French, he tells the story of how he found out that somebody at the company at Reflector was downloading like literal porn on their work computer, and
Which is dumb. Like,
which
don't
is
do that.
yeah, please. I mean, there's so much technology everywhere. Please, especially the head of Twitch, don't download porn on
Dude,
company
insane.
computers. But but he found out the person and traced it back to it was his boss. So he's like, okay, so my boss is downloading all this shit. So he went to his boss in confidence and was like, hey man, I saw that you're downloading this material on your computer. I didn't tell anyone. If you could just like not do that kind of stuff, because we're supposed to not be allowing that here, and you did it. That would be great.
That's a double bad no, right? So not
Mhm.
only is downloading porn on your computer absolutely retarded, but then you discover that it's your boss. Now it's like, oh shit, what do I do?
Right? The boss in IT. And it's like, if anyone should know better, you would think it's that, which I gotta be honest, gives me vibes of a little sus with the story. I mean, just
It is.
because that's just being honest.
Yeah.
But then
I
again,
did say that in my video. Like as I was
Mhm.
reading through this, I'm like, it's a little bit weird, you know?
Yeah,
But
it's super sus. But then you take a step back and you just look at how absolutely retarded these people working at these companies actually are, and you're like, it's believable.
right. Like I feel like a manager or a boss at an IT company would know that, hey, perhaps downloading porn on your computer is not exactly the smartest thing to do. I just don't know if I could believe that level of retardation, but then again, you just never know. Right?
Right,
Like anything is genuinely possible. But anyway, continue.
yeah, and if that's the case, what followed subsequently is a straight up lawsuit if it's verbatim what he says it is,
Mhm.
where he says the next day or whatever he tried to come to work and his key card didn't work anymore. So his boss got him fired after he got found out. So again, it's sus, but also potentially true. And
Mhm.
if we take him at his word, that's what he said. So anyways, he was let go and he's pissed off and he's like, okay, he has this YouTube channel. He has like 11,000 followers, something like that. So he's had a channel for a while, covers a bunch of random little things.
Yep.
And he talked about how Kim Belair was seeing psychologists, multiple psychologists, and just wasn't someone he felt was right in the head when he was working there and she was directing a lot of the information. He also mentioned other people as well. I didn't really go into it in my video because then it would have really um, kind of split the direction of what I was talking about. But he talked
Yeah.
about my article covers it. You scroll down a little bit. The picture of Alexander Amencio. There he is, right there.
I'm on
Yeah.
seal. Yeah.
And he's a co-founder and former. So he's a co-founder of Reflector and a former, obviously, Ubisoft executive. Talking about how he was the guy behind the project and he didn't provide any meaningful direction to any of the employees. And this guy was just kind of like, he started the company, but never was really 2 feet in. He was already like 1 foot out. And when I did a little bit of surface level research on this guy, he's already the CEO of another company while also the founder of Reflector. I'm like, he's already 1 foot out of it after he started it. Like this guy didn't give a shit about the company. He just started it and moved on to another one type thing. So that was the vibe I got from him. So there was a very directionless organization, no leaders to really look to.
Right.
And the ones that they did have were people like Kim Belair that were just very deranged, I guess would be what I came to. I mean, he described her as completely unstable and said that she was not fit for any kind of leadership role, let alone
The girl who wants to get railed by Bowser being unstable? No
hard.
way.
I know, hard to believe. Hard to believe.
Hard to believe. I'm sorry. Hard.
And just doing some more surface level research on Kim today for this story, I saw her on LinkedIn responding to people. One of the people that what's her name? Jayanne Lopez, the Black Girl Gamers girl that tried to strike my.
Oh, she's still around?
Yep. And she responded to something she said, and it was something along the lines of talking about fighting this war and how she has to be fighting this war, like talking about like us basically.
Who said that? Kim Belair or the other girl?
Belair, yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It was on her LinkedIn. I don't know if I have it here.
You
but
notice how all of their controversial stuff that they're putting out there is no longer on X anymore? Like now they're either putting it on LinkedIn or Blue Sky or whatever little echo chamber they could kind of create for themselves. That way they could kind of, I don't know, bolster their own, morale or whatever. It's ridiculous.